Hello, in this video we're going to take a look at a couple of examples of dividing with complex numbers. So the first example we have is 9 over 8 minus 5i. When we are dividing using complex numbers, we're going to treat this just like we would any other rationalizing the denominator problem. So just like if we had 9 over 8 minus the square root of 5, we would approach the problem in a very similar manner. We want to multiply by the conjugate. And so our conjugate here, remember, conjugate is the same numbers. The only thing that changes is the sign. If it's plus, it becomes minus, or vice versa. So this is going to be, instead of 8 minus 5i, we're going to get 8 plus 5i. What we do on the bottom, we have to do on the top. So we'll multiply on the top there. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 5i is 45i. In the bottom, we're going to get 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 5i is 40i. Negative 5i times 8 is negative 40i. Negative 5i times a positive 5i is negative 25i squared. And what happened here in the denominator will always happen when you multiply conjugates. Those outside terms and inside terms are going to add to 0. And what's left, let's see, 72 plus 45i in the numerator. In the denominator, we've got 64 and then negative 25i squared. Remember, I squared is equal to negative 1. So we can replace that with a negative 1. And then simplifying that denominator, we're going to get 64, and then negative 25 times negative 1 is a positive 25, so that'll be 89. And I'm not seeing any common factors there, so we can write that as 72 over 89 plus 45 over 89i. If we write it in standard form. All right, our next example, we've got 29 plus I divided by I. Well, this I in the denominator is actually 0 plus I, so we can multiply by the conjugate of that, just like we did on the previous one. So instead of multiplying by 0 plus I, we're going to multiply by 0 minus I, which is just negative I. So we're going to multiply top and bottom by negative I. Distributing that in the numerator, we get negative 29i. And then I times negative I is negative I squared. In the denominator, I times negative I is negative I squared. And negative I squared is minus a negative 1. So that's going to just become negative 29i plus 1 over 1. And to put that in official standard form, we're going to get 1 minus 29i. Our last example, we've got 6 minus I over 6 plus I. Again, multiply it by the conjugate. We want to multiply by the conjugate of the denominator. So this will be 6 minus I, since in the denominator we have 6 plus I. Multiplying that out in the numerator, 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times negative I is negative 6i. Negative I times 6 is negative 6i. Negative I times negative I is a positive I squared. In the denominator, our first gives us 36. Remember, these are conjugates, so our outside terms and inside terms are always going to add to 0. And then last times last gives us minus I squared. So cleaning that up, we get 36 minus 12i, and then plus I squared is a minus 1. In the denominator, we're going to get 36, and then minus I squared is going to be a minus negative 1, or a plus 1. So that's 35 minus 12i over 37, or 35 over 37 minus 12 over 37i. All right, I'll see you guys next time.